In this video, we'll check the EVERGOODS PLC20 Panel Loader Classic 20 liter. Look at this beauty. It's an old backpack because it's not sold anymore by EVERGOODS. So in this video, we'll first check the fit on male and female. Then we will do a quick tour of the backpack. After this, what fits inside. Then the pros and cons. Moreover, a little bit the specs. And finally, is it still worth it, used or not? Let's go! So quick tour of the backpack. I put some pillows inside to give it a nice shape. As you can see, you have the EVERGOODS Velcro here to put some patches. You have no AquaGuard zippers, standard zippers. You have this very nice blue. It's 1680D Cordura like on all Air standard backpacks. So it's a very tough material. It's very thick and it adds a little bit of weight. You have no water bottle pockets on each side. You have the harness system, which is not the standard EVERGOODS harness system because you don't have this thing with a hook pocket and everything. This is more a standard backpack. You have the 3D mesh on the back. You have a standard EVERGOODS sternum strap. Then talking about the pockets. On top you have kind of a hook pocket but not really with a keylish. It's quite small but it fits some little things. Then you have this awesome stash pocket on the front and it goes up to here, around here, just above this. And as you can see, it looks something like this, quite roomy. And then you go to the main compartment with counter pullers right here, so you can just do this and then open it and you will see all the things I put inside, the pillows and this. And here is the inside of this Panel Loader Classic. You have here no dedicated laptop compartment, but this kind of sleeve here, which is good when you don't need to carry a laptop around. It doesn't take much space inside. You have one pen holder here, kind of weird, but it works. And then this is the backpack. On this side of the panel, you can see all the specs here, as EVERGOODS likes to put it. And then you have two pockets with one divider here. So you have the top pocket like this, pretty cool. And then this one, which is divided into two separate little pockets like this. Finally, for the straps, you don't have strap keepers. I just put some here with my little recipe, but the straps are not so long compared to, for example, the CPL24, where the straps are quite huge. So what fits inside? Let's see an example of a load right here. First of all, on the top pocket, it's quite small. As you can see, I have a big laptop inside. It's quite tight. You cannot fit a lot. I put my Soundcore Battery 4 Pros and a battery bank. And you can put your keys, but as you can see, if your laptop is quite long, you will see the laptop right here, which is not super nice. If it's smaller, like MacBook 16, it's quite okay. But mine is a gaming laptop, quite big. Then the stash pocket, I didn't fill it. I have still plenty of space here. I put my Kindle and then I put this packable jacket. As you can see, a lot of space. Like we know from EVERGOODS, each pocket has its own volume. And here it couldn't be more the case. As you can see, the main compartment is quite tight, but here I still have plenty of space. Then going to the main compartment. Here we go. So on the panel pockets, here I put this little dongle. Then here I used this to put all my things for the laptop with the cable, the charger and the mouse in this pocket. This was the panel. Now in this pocket I have a headphone, I have a packable jacket, another one. I have some little clothing here. As you can see, the panel opens very well, which is just awesome. And then here I have a field note. I have a pen right here, quite hard to remove. And then here I have my big laptop, and as you can see, it eats a little bit into the top pocket if your laptop is quite big, because there is a big false bottom here. So the laptop goes until here, something like this, and then it goes to the top. But if you have a smaller laptop, then it's perfect. As you can see, it goes up to here, and this in the bottom, between here and here, is the false bottom, okay? And here you have a gap here, like this. And that's about it for what fits inside. Pros and cons for this backpack, let's go. 3 pros, 3 cons. We'll begin with the cons. The first one is obvious, but you cannot really see it here, is the bottom here. It's kind of weird. Here I put some pillows inside, but if I remove the pillows and if it's not fully loaded, like this, I remove this. And then here now it does a little bit like this. You see there is a pocket that stops here, and then there is this empty part. If I put my hand here, and you can see it makes a little bit like a shoe or something. You know what I mean? I don't really like this. It's kind of weird, but it's really too bad that it is like this, because otherwise I really like this bag. And then the second con, but it's something that EVERGOODS does on other backpacks also, it's to keep nice and clean. No water bottle pockets on the sides. It's always good for versatility. And here you don't have the CPL24 use on the side, which explains a little bit why they didn't put it. Here you don't have this, it's just a classic, so no water bottle pockets. You have to know this. And then the last con, maybe it's a little bit on the heavy side. The 1680D is okay, but quite maybe a lot for this small backpack. It's about 1.1 kilograms, which is not so heavy, but with the features and everything, it could have been lighter than this and maybe a little lighter than 1 kilogram. On the pro side for this backpack, the first one is the build quality. It's just awesome. Waikiki zippers, of course, giraffe legs, and so on. Like, the build quality from EVERGOODS is always awesome, but here it's no exception. Then the second pro is the front stash pocket. So maybe the look is not so good, but here is just awesome. When the backpack is full, you still have plenty of space in this gigantic front stash pocket. And the last pro for me, I think, is the fact that you have no dedicated laptop compartment, which can also be a con. But when you don't use a laptop, this is pretty flat, and so it doesn't interfere with what you want to put inside. And when you want to carry a laptop, then you can just put it here. And as we saw before, a big laptop can fit inside. It's just that it will eat up a little bit the space of the top pocket, which is already quite small. Now talking a little bit about the specs. So first of all, for the weight, they say, like I said, 1.1 kilogram, which is about 2.5 pounds. Let's hang it with my little tool. They say 950 grams, which is 0.95 kilograms, which is lighter than what they say, and it's about 2.1 pounds. So with this check, I must say that it's lighter than what they say. I don't know why they say more, but then it's quite okay in the end. It's less than 1 kilo. My measurement tool is not so precise, but usually it's more than what they advertise, and here it's less, so okay. Then for the specs, measured specs, they say 45 in height, which is about the case if you take into account the handle, a little less. Then 28 in width, which is about the case if you don't take into account a little bit the sides. So the specs in inch, it's 45, it's 17.75, 28 in width, it's 11 inch, and then the depth, they say 18 in depth. This is empty, but 18 is pretty much it, and 18 centimeters is about 7.25 inch. And so 1.1 kilo is 2.5 pounds. We saw it's a little less, so a little less than 2.5 pounds. Finally, is it still worth it in the end if you can find it used? Because it's complicated to find it new, because it's not sold anymore. It was kind of replaced by the Civic Half Zip backpack, 22 liter. The price brand new, I think, was something like $150 US. I got it for $87, so about 75 euros. And for this price, I think it's a steal. It's a really nice backpack. I got it in a perfect condition, almost new. So that's really a steal. If you want a classic backpack that do it all, that has kind of a lot of space for the space it takes, no water bottle if you need them, this is not for you. The blue is awesome, this color. I really like it. It's really a classic. It will go and stay in my collection as a classic, a retro backpack. Perfect. If you watched until here, it's because you like the content, so don't forget to put a like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much, and see you in the next one. Bye bye. Ciao.